All right, everyone, welcome back. This is week 10 of the Fantasy Football League. This is the this is the week 11 update show. Getting all confused. Sorry about last week. Got busy doing some other things at work. Crazy time. We're shipping 60 apps between now and the end of the year. Woo, lots of apps. Any rate, let's get right to it. Notre Dame lost last week to Arizona State 55-31. Arizona State moves up to number 6 in the playoff rankings. Notre Dame at number 18 in the playoff rankings. The Irish take on host Northwestern Wildcats this week in South Bend. USC wins over Washington State, 44-17. They take on Cal this Thursday. Let's take a look at our league. So, smell this, 137-47 winners over Girard Invincibles. Blood, Sweat, and Beer, 169-104 over Back That Pass Up. Big Blue, 128-110 over Blue and Gold. Third Down for What drops it 150-102 to the Rednecks. Rednecks are white hot with 7 wins in a row. My, oh my, Dawn, you are on fire, girl. Swamp Donkeys, look at this score. Swamp Donkeys, 181.2. People of Color, 219.7. Ryan, I think that is the new high point mark for our league. I don't think anybody's ever got above like 210. You go crashing through 219.7. Fight on, dude. Paula's Man Snips drops at 104-99 to John David Booty Eaters. Let's take a look at the standings. Sitting in first place is the white hot Dawn. The Rednecks, powered by Dawn, 7 wins in a row. She stands at 8-2, out in front of our league by a long shot. Next is John David Booty Eaters at 7-3. Also followed by People of Color at 6-4. Ryan's putting together a nice win streak himself. That's 3 in a row for him. Blood, Sweat, and Beer. 4 in a row for you, Dani, sitting number 4 in the league. Number 5 is Paula's Man Snips at 6-4. And number 6, Smell This, who knocked Third Down for What out of the playoffs if the playoffs would start today, which they do not. So let's talk about where they do start, though. This being week 11, you've got 2 more weeks to make your moves here. So looking back, it looks like 4, 5, 6, maybe even 3. Depending on how you do, Ryan, you got to keep that streak going. But even 3, 4, 5, and 6, all of those seem like they could be in play. Booty Eaters at 7-3, that seems pretty out of touch. And then, like we said, Dawn at 8-2 seems like a lock for the playoffs. Let's take a look at the week that's coming up. So, Smell This takes on Swamp Donkeys. Nice. Get a matchup. It's 120-102 in favor of Rick right now. I need to make some moves, obviously. Lamar Miller is questionable. Torrey Smith is on bye, and my Baltimore defense is on bye. I'll make those changes. Aaron Rodgers, did you guys see that Packer game on Monday night? Wow! Unreal. Rodgers gets Philly this week. You got Sammy Smith Sr. on bye. You've also got Robinson on bye as well, Rick. But right now, you're picked to win it, 120-102. I go against the odds. I vote for myself. Taking a look at Blood, Sweat, and Beer versus Paula Man Snips. Somehow, Andrew Luck ends up on Tyson's roster. Somehow. Reminds me of how Drew Brees a few years ago might have ended up on Tyson's roster. Why I oughta. Any rate, it's 140-104 right now. Dawn's got Matt Stafford, who's been very hot lately against Arizona. Arizona, surprise, best team in the NFC. Who knew? Odell Beckham Jr. is got a nice matchup against San Francisco, but you got to buy in your tight end. Luck is going against New England. Antonio Brown is scheduled to get 14 against Tennessee. Alfred Morris 16 against Washington. I'm going to give the pick to Dani. Let's go with Big Blue versus Girard Invincibles. Grandpa needs to get Brad Grodkowski out of there and get Josh McNown in there. I still don't know how Andrew Luck got off your squad. We'll talk about that later. So you got to make that move, Grandpa. For Veronica, Big Blue, Cam Newton against Atlanta, Percy Harvin on bye. Bowie, wide receiver for Seattle, wide receiver for Kansas City's got Seattle. Not a great matchup. Jamal Charles got not a great matchup either. Still, I don't think Grandpa's got quite the guns that he needs. I'm going to give the pick to Veronica. Let's talk about now Third Down for What versus John David Booty Eaters. Jet, son, You got to get in there and fix those buys. You had 4 spots on buys last week. You got 2 spots on buy this week. Tony Romo and Des Bryant. I'll go in and I'll put whoever I can into the lineup just to make it competitive. But you can't give these games up. John David Booty Eaters is 7-3. You're at 6-4. You need this win, Jed. And John David Booty Eaters needs to get this booty. No, I'm not going to go there. Any rate. Right now, it's all in favor of Alex. I don't think Jed's going to cover, so I'm going to give the pick to Big Al. Talk about the Rednecks versus People of Color. This is your matchup. This is your game of the week. Right now, it's 135 to 129 in favor of Ryan. But these are 2 of the hottest teams in our league right now. Drew Brees for Dawn gets Cincinnati. Jordy Nelson gets Philadelphia. And Jonathan Stewart gets Atlanta. For People of Color, Roethlisberger is scheduled to go against Tennessee. Who knows? He may go for 6 again. Did that 2 games in a row. Marshawn Lynch, the Beast, gets Kansas City. I expect big numbers from him. I'm going to give the pick to Ryan. And in our final game, Back That Pass Up versus Blue and Gold, 2 4-6 teams fighting for respect. And even, you guys could make a run for the playoffs with a nice streak right now. For Rebecca, Maddie Ryan against Carolina. She does have a bye in her running back, Talaferro. Never even heard that guy's name before. Ryan Tannehill for Jake gets the nod right now, the Miami quarterback. But we have Rashad Jennings against running back? Oh boy, these Ruben Randall against San Francisco. Not great matchups, and it's really a toss-up. I'm going to give the win to Rebecca. All right, so that's it. Hope you all have a good week. Get your rosters set. I'm going to go in and I'll adjust if folks don't cover up some buys by close of business tomorrow night, Pacific time. Other than that, have a good week. See ya. Bye-bye.